audience engagement in your live video. It's that elusive thing that everyone wants and struggles to get. And when you do get it, you want more of it. There's never enough. Am I right or am I right? So today I'm going to show you how to increase engagement by creating uniquely you content. Are you ready to dig in? Let's do this. Here's the thing. I could actually care less how many viewers you have. The key to success is the engagement. Even if you only have 100 subscribers, but they're engaged subscribers, that's really all that matters, because that's when you can motivate them into action. Action to support you through Patreon, action to support your sponsors, action to buy your course. Today, you're going to learn 7 rules to follow that help you integrate your unique personality into your content in a way that gets engagement. It creates loyalty and it causes viewers to want to show up to everything you do and buy everything you offer. By the way, if we haven't met, I'm Lori Petrucci, and I help you grow your audience and your business with professional live video that's uniquely you. If you're new around here, type new in the comments. I would love to meet you. So let's talk about what uniquely you content even is in the first place. Authenticity. Oh boy, that's a big buzzword, isn't it? It's a great word. It means a lot of great things, but the problem with it is that people just don't go deep enough. The world has become full of fake authenticity. People screaming, "Hey, look at me, I'm authentic!" It's unfortunately only a surface level of authenticity. So what I like to talk about instead is creating uniquely you content. This goes deeper. It requires getting vulnerable and raw. You have got to step outside of yourself to understand what's attractive about you to your audience. And here's the kicker. It's almost never the stuff you actually think it is. Usually, it's the stuff you hate about yourself that causes people to love you. You have to be willing to bring out the not so pretty things, the things you're embarrassed by. That's what we tap into with uniquely you content. The way you deliver your content, the failures and the bloopers. This is the glue that holds your live videos together, and it's the stuff that no one else pays any attention to. These 7 rules are going to create a stick or a bail scenario for new viewers who show up. They should either stick,
"Yeah, I like her,"
or they should bail, knowing right away that you are not right for them. Because when you stop worrying about capturing everyone and you start making sure that people either love you or hate you, hate is a strong word, right? When that happens, you're left with the people who will be incredibly engaged with you. And again, that's the only metric that truly matters if you're willing to let vanity go and not worry about the numbers. By the way, I'm going to move quickly through these because there's a lot to cover, but I promise you it's going to be full of aha moments and tips that will work. So keep watching to the very end. You might even want to watch this one a couple of times to really let it sink in. All right, let's get to it. Rule number 1, you must be engaging to get engagement. Meet Barry Friedman. He's one of our group coaching students, and one day he went live from the shower. I was glued to the screen. I was commenting like crazy. I was also feeling really scared watching it. What if the phone fell down? Oh my God, I just shuddered to think about the possibilities. And I know this example is probably giving you the heebie-jeebies, right? Like you're thinking, I'm not that interesting.
"I'm not that brave."
Don't worry, I am not that brave either. But the good news is you don't have to be. Barry is a professional entertainer, so he's going to do almost anything to make a point. But what's important about this particular example is what Barry understands about getting engagement and what you must understand about getting engagement in your own way. It's this one principle. At its core, engagement is all about emotion. When people feel, they react. Barry tapped into surprise, shock, laughter. What emotion can you tap into that matches your personality and can help you provide value to your audience? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. Rule number 2, Create an experience. When you go into Disney, you're walking into a very planned, very crafted experience. I've been behind the scenes at Disney and it's pretty amazing. Every step you take is planned and nothing happens by accident. Now, you don't have to be Disney. None of us have the budget for that. But what you do have to think about is the experience that you're providing and creating for your audience. Your videos and your live videos are really truly about an experience. The feeling, the thoughts that cross their mind, all of it. So what are you doing? Are you offering them an escape from the daily drudge of their lives? Are you inspiring them? Are you giving them a place to feel safe and at home and understood with family when people in their normal lives don't really get their Star Wars addiction? What is the experience that you're providing? This only comes from you and your personality and your why. Why are you creating these videos? What are you trying to accomplish? What little things can you do to add that why into your viewer's experience? Rule number 3, embrace your flaws. All right, it's time to challenge yourself. We talked about authenticity before, but let me get more specific. True vulnerability, not fake authenticity. That is what we're going for. So one of the best things that you can do is look at the things that you hide away. We all have them. Don't pretend you don't. We all have them. So what is it that you don't talk about because you think people might not get you or they'll think you're weird or stupid? For some people, it's that they think that they mess up words a lot. Okay, embrace that. I screw phrases up all the time, and it truly doesn't matter. For others, it might be a gap in your teeth that you try to hide with a closed smile. Put that on full display and start shooting water out of your gap during the stream. Make it a thing. Embrace that flaw. And it's not a flaw. I'm going to use air quotes. For me, it's that I'm embarrassed by the fact that I don't get pop culture references or 80s music, even though I'm an 80s kid, or movie quotes. All of that is completely lost on me. And it's a point of actual shame for me because of why. So I grew up in an extremely sheltered environment and I didn't have a TV most of my childhood. I wasn't allowed to listen to music and I was essentially shamed at school by being forced to sit outside the classroom when fun activities were happening for everybody else. So because of that in my childhood, it became a source of embarrassment to me and I classified it in my head as a flaw, but no one else views our flaws like we do. So you must start to see yourself as others do. They find my flaw humorous, so I began to as well. I now play into that flaw as a point of engagement. David will bring up a quote that he know I won't get.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Instead of ignoring it or hiding away from it, I lean into it. I'll make fun of myself for not getting it. I'll be like, whoo, that just went over my head. I have no idea what you're talking about, right? I'll get the audience involved in making fun of me too, quizzing me, testing me. It creates comments.
It creates engagement.
And they love me for who I am, flaws and all. This is important. I'll go even a step further and I will exaggerate it too. You must do this. When I do get a movie quote or a pop culture reference, I'll literally stop the entire show and bask in the glory of achievement. I'll say, hang on, did you see what I just did there? Did you hear that? Like, somebody give me credit for this because I need some points. Like, do I get 1,000 points, 500 points for that? How good was it? Right? They'll cheer, they'll get excited with me. Creates engagement. If you latch onto your flaws and you make them a thing and you exaggerate them, engagement becomes really easy. And it's something that no one else in your industry, no competitors will ever be able to achieve because these are highly personal to you. They're uniquely you. Now, rule number 7 is going to dive even further into this, and it's the most powerful thing you can do to get engagement, so keep watching to the end. Rule number 7, you do not want to miss that. Rule number 4, stop being so damn professional. I know you want to have professional live video. I know you want high quality, and you want to put your brand's best foot forward. You want tech that just works. And I will support you 1000% in that. In fact, we massively believe in and teach professional live video. It's in our name. It's in our tagline. We build professional live video studios for people like Amy Porterfield, Pat Flynn, Ryan Levesque, Donald Miller, Michael Hyatt. We teach you how to build a pro live video studio yourself. Having pro quality leads to instant credibility, and that's why it's massively important. However, that video quality is different than the way you act. What happens way too often is that people will get pro quality and then their personality shrinks. They get stiff. They forget to smile. They forget to laugh. They forget to inflect. They're trying too hard to be professional. Here's the thing. You need pro quality video, but you need to stop being professional. Let your personality loose and let it shine as big as you possibly can make it. There are 2 layers, the quality and the personality, and these layers should never ever touch. They should never get closer than this, right? So your quality is your suit and tie. Your personality, it's not professional. This is what I call professionality. It's the perfect combo of professional quality and massive personality. Now that you understand professionality, if you do want to have those great looking live streams without complexity, you can do that in only 2 hours because our free live video tech workshop includes gear guides and software tutorials, whether you're a Mac or a PC. So it's 1 hour of training, 1 hour of implementation. It's completely free, livestreamingpros.com/tech. And when you're ready, we will show you how to build your own professional live video studio from scratch without the cost of us building it for you. And all along the way, I will encourage you to never, ever lose your personality. All right, rule number 5, talk to a single person. You've heard this before, but what does it really mean? So there's a difference between me saying, hey everyone, thanks for watching this live video, and when somebody comments on my live, focusing on them for a second and saying, hey Andrew, thank you so much for being here today. The way you make this uniquely you is by looking at how you naturally interact with people in person. Me, I'm a very warm, welcoming person, and I focus on looking them in the eye. All I do is translate that tendency to my streams. So how do you interact with people? Translate that to your live videos. Rule number 6, show genuine interest in them. Everyone wants to feel special, right? We want to know that we're not just a number. This is one of the beauties of live video. So when you treat your viewers as special, it makes a big difference. One of my favorite ways to do this is by asking people. If you're new, please type new in the comments. I would love to meet you, just like I did at the beginning of this video, right? When they do type new in my streams, I spend a moment on them and them alone. I ask something about them. Hey, where are you from? Do you currently stream? Something to get to know them. Then I invite the chat room to welcome them into the community so that it's a group effort to treat them special. Here's the kicker and the tricky part. When they come back a second time, I do my very best to remember where they're from. And you can do that too, or at least try. Trying and getting it wrong is okay. You can say, oh, Jesse, you were from North Dakota. No, was it South Dakota? It was one of the Dakotas, I think. Am I right? Just correct me. It causes them to react, right? It's all about engagement, but also the value is in the fact that you tried to remember. That is special. Rule number 7, tap into audience triggers. Okay, this is the most powerful thing you can do to get engagement. An audience trigger has nothing to do with your topic and everything to do with conversation. A trigger is purely the glue around your content that supports your content and gets people to pay attention and talk to you. This is where you and your unique personality can shine big time. Dogs, cats, kids, these are all very basic and easy triggers. Abby the Chihuahua is a major trigger for our audience. They know everything about her, from her amazing dog hugs as she wraps her little legs around me. But she always gets engagement when she's on screen. And often she gets tips or donations. But bacon was a trigger for 10 years for my audience back when I did tech news and reviews. I mentioned it once. I saw how people were reacting to the love of bacon, and I continued to integrate bacon into my videos as often as possible. It became such a thread of conversation that weaved in and out. The people started sending me bacon, everything in the mail. Bacon of all flavors, bacon gum, bacon lollipops, ugh, not good, bacon Band-Aids, all of it. Tacos are a trigger for our current audience. They can earn tacos as a point system. Tacos are integrated into our graphics. It's always Taco Tuesday, right? It doesn't have to be food, by the way. A trigger can be anything, even trains that come by every time you're live that you integrate somehow into the content. Who are you? What do you like? What do you not like? What weird or funny things happen while you're live that you can create a trigger out of? The most important thing here is that triggers don't happen by accident. They happen intentionally on your part. Now, they might start by accident, but it's all about your consistency with it that makes it a trigger. When you find that thing that people react to, you push that button over and over and over, and it starts to become a thing with your audience. Engagement. In a second, I'm going to give you your action step for today. I don't want you to just learn, I want you to do. If you want more tips, strategies, and how-tos for your live videos, subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so your audience can grow quicker. And don't forget about that free tech workshop, by the way, livestreamingpros.com/tech, to make sure you get that quality stream you desire. Please do leave a comment and tell me what your biggest takeaway was from this video. What was your favorite rule? I hope that this has been helpful. Don't let anyone or any fear stand in your way from creating that uniquely you content. Push yourself to get uncomfortable with how you're being. Here's your action step. Write down something that's unique to you. Start with something fun and easy. You can work your way up to the embarrassing stuff over time. For example, are you naturally a goofball, but you turn that side of you off when on camera? Do you play the guitar, but no one knows it? Bring it on out, right? Things like that. Once you have that one thing, then integrate it into your next video or live video using one of these tips. Now, go live and be your awesome self. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.